27 minutes late. Don't know what was going on with my streaming software today, but it decided to take a shit. So, I don't know if we're going to have anyone join us today, because I spent, I've had three of the last 4 days, haven't done a live stream. But in my defense, I was traveling across Ukraine, and right in the middle of that, on Sunday, I did a live stream with a Ukrainian veteran who's now in America. And if you haven't seen that yet, you should. Please do. Please check it out. I expect to keep on doing those live streams with him. So maybe that wasn't the oh, hey, K-Bell. Good morning. Thanks for joining. So I was just saying that I understand that my live stream on Sunday wasn't the most interesting, but I'm going to continue to do that with Tony as long as he is in the United States while he's trying to get back to Ukraine. Because I think it's interesting, and I think I was just lucky that I was even able to. I didn't know that I was going to be able to get it all set up. Technically, it was kind of a test of, can I use Zoom with Streamlabs, with the streaming software that I have. So you know, if you do get a chance, if you watch this, go ahead and go check out. I'm doing a fundraiser for Tony. Yeah, there were sound issues. Yeah, I had to. You know, now I think I've got those worked out. By the end of the stream, we figured it out, and we solved that problem. So that's next Sunday. I'll do the same thing with Tony, and we will talk. I really want to ask him, because I haven't asked him why. You know, the title of this this channel. Oh, hi Irina. Oh, hi. The title of this YouTube channel is Why Ukraine, and I didn't ask Tony why Ukraine. You know, like, it seems stupid. So I'm gonna. I really want to get his story about why did he want to come to Ukraine. I mean, it's something we just didn't really completely talk about. I don't know, for some reason, you know, in the barracks and in training, it felt stupid to ask each other, why did you come to Ukraine? Why did you come to Ukraine? You know, I don't know. We were just focused on other things. So I have some things to show everybody today, and I know, K-Bell, you mentioned before that when I was showing some of these things, this was, last week, I guess, or more than a week ago, I had my screen really small, so here, I'm going to make it all big there. So I really just wanted to show off kind of some of the gear that I have here that I've purchased for, like, super low cost, like less than $1, you know, because here where I am in Ukraine, there's all these secondhand stores, and just to give you an example, so this is I believe this is a Bundeswehr, so German Army rain poncho, and I use this in training. I use the heck out of this thing. Here, I'll just put it on. It was great. And there we go. This is the sort of thing you don't see it all the time. You don't see it so often in the secondhand shops, but when you do, oh my God. So I know I've been talking about this for a week now. about setting up something on, get this thing out of the way, setting up something on the website where people can donate, and this would be just a temporary thing for while I'm in this particular village in Ukraine, because it's something I don't have the opportunity for normally. But I want to set up something on this website here, down here, that'll say contribute to buying secondhand gear, is basically what we're talking about, is secondhand gear. And I can pick that stuff up. So like I said, I spoke to my commander in the Legion, and he was like, yeah, that's the thing that we need the most, because it is, it is rubber, it gets tore up. So just a couple of other things. You'll notice I wear glasses, and so a big investment that I made, not this box. This is a cheap box from like a store. A big investment that I made was to buy these. So these are prescription ballistic, like safety glasses, basically. And yeah, they look kind of weird on me. And to be honest with you, they're a slightly stronger prescription than these ones are. So if I wear them for too long, indoors, they're not meant to be worn indoors. They're really not good for reading things up close, and they're just really like for outdoors. A lot of people, at least in America, will have regular glasses, and then they'll have driving glasses. So that's what these are. These are like driving glasses. They've got a strap that goes across the back, so they stay to my head. And they actually, it's kind of a funny story about these. I think I spent maybe a total of about 10,000 hryvnias. I'm not sure how much that is in US dollars. Like $400 altogether, maybe? Maybe 300, something along those lines. And I paid extra money to get, and I can show you here because this, there. So the prescription lenses are removable. These are just cheap. I mean, I think these were 700 hryvnias, which is like, I don't know, 30 bucks. So relatively cheap. But the lenses are what cost me like the 10,000 hryvnias, because it's super thin plastic, and they are UV protective and color changing. The type of glasses that is very common in the United States, and you very rarely see them here. So I bought these with that because I wanted to have. I have very, very sensitive eyes to sunlight, and so I bought these glasses so that they would change color when I'm outside, turn into sunglasses. Here's a slight problem. The light that makes that happen, the light that makes these turn dark, is ultraviolet light, UV light. This plastic, and most plastics, block UV light. So when these go inside of these glasses, like so, and they're very stable in there, there's no ultraviolet light hitting these glasses, so they don't change color. So yeah, so I basically, wasted, I don't know, half, maybe, I don't know, at least $100 of the cost of these glasses on just that. So it feels pretty dumb. But it's not the first nor the last dumb thing that I have done or nor will do. Anyway, put those back. I couldn't find a case to put these in to keep them safe. Yeah, transition lenses. Thank you, K-Bill. Yeah, that's what these are, transition lenses. I couldn't find a case to keep these safe, and obviously if I'm going to be trucking around with these things on the battlefield, I may not be wearing them all the time. I want to have a safe, there we go. I want to have a safe case of some kind to put them in, and I couldn't find one. I wanted it to be a hard plastic. So the original color of this is that it was this or pink, okay? The original color of this is that chartreuse neon green. And I painted this camouflage on myself. But it works. It was 20 grivnas, which is like 75 cents. And yeah, it will keep everything safe and keep my glasses from getting crushed when they're in a bag. You know, I think you could even step on this maybe, and I think it would be okay. So pretty important. I have 2 IFAKs. So that's a individual first aid kit. Technically speaking, so this is not really exactly an IFAK for me. It's what they call a boo-boo bag. So in other words, it has, there's no, how do you say? I don't have a tourniquet in here. I don't have, I probably will put some tourniquets in here at some point, but I've got just lots of medicine and, look, talcum powder, you know. A boo-boo bag is for injuries that are not serious, but maybe if you get the flu, you know, you eat something poisonous, you have an upset stomach. I've got charcoal in here and all kinds of things for, and that actually, this bag got used a lot more than my IFAK did in training. I had guys who got food poisoning. I myself, you know, had different trouble sleeping at different times, so I had melatonin. I had pancreatin, which is a common thing. Yeah, now I have thank you, Tirkon, for mentioning that. I have an IFAK with chest seals. This is not that. This is what we call you know, you put your Band-Aids in here, that sort of thing. This might be something I don't actually, some combat roles I may not take this with me. You know, my actual IFAK is about half the size, just for example. So I wanted to show you. I think I showed you guys my training plate carrier, which is a complete piece of crap. I've only got 2 actual, like, real bags that are good for a molly that you would carry something in, like so this is meant to go on. This has molly on the back, and this could go on the side. It could even, I don't know, maybe go down on a leg. Glad you guys are saying hi to each other. So I picked this out. It was kind of a rush purchase. I wanted something that would carry a couple extra magazines of various sizes. So in other words, maybe I'll have a 5.56. Maybe I'll have a 7.62. This is big enough, I think, to fit a 7.62, maybe 2 7.62 magazines. Whereas this one, I'm not sure. I put some. It's just a plain green color, but it does have, you know, something I can put a molly on, and then it's got some hangers on it. Again, this was like a rush purchase, and I just saw it and grabbed it in a shop. It was actually secondhand. I'm not sure. You tell me what size. What can I put in that? Do you think that's big enough for a 5.56 mag, or I don't know, a radio? Probably not big enough for a radio. You tell me. That's I'm gonna say it's about 6 inches, 10 centimeters, whereas the other one is, you know, this much taller. I don't know. It's very sturdy material though. So, and it's got like an extra pouch right there to put something else on. So, I don't even know what army this is from. I mean, it says, or if it is from an army. Oh yeah, there we go. Fair enough. Fair enough, Shere Khan. Yeah. So now this is a little bit of a joke, but I think I mentioned last year. I mentioned that last year. I was just super depressed, and I felt like I couldn't do anything, and I just had some scrap cloth, and so I just started making bags, and I measured these out of scrap pieces of stuff, and this is faced with t-shirt material, and then it's reinforced inside with cordura. But as you can see, these are like scrap pieces of cordura, and so this is sewn on by hand. I didn't have a way to make any sort of a MOLLE connection, so this is meant to go on a belt like that. Cigarettes, maybe other people's cigarettes since I don't smoke. This I meant. Now I know that this is not a very good magazine pouch, but I measured this to fit an AK mag in here. But it's soft. It's reinforced, but ultimately it's 2 or 3 layers of t-shirt material on one side. Anyway, so I've got just a bunch of those, and I think I made like 10 or 15 of these. You know, so who knows if I'll end up using them or not. I gave a couple of them away to guys who just needed a little pouch to put their snacks in, you know, maybe a grenade, maximum. And unfortunately, some of these are kind of like, this just looks like a scrotum, frankly. But we'll see. So, I was given this hat as a gift by someone who makes a place that makes hats. They make all kinds of gear, so you know, I actually hate these kinds of hats. I mean, I understand that for the army, it's what everybody wears. It's kind of the thing here. Everybody's wearing these hats, but I hate them. I wanted to show you my actual bag. I got this bag. Obviously, I need to get another bag, and I really kick myself because I was at a second-hand shop 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. What day? I guess, yeah, Sunday. I was there on Sunday, and they had what actually was a perfect multicam, camouflage, heavy-duty Cordura assault pack. So for assaults, you don't want to have a full-size backpack. You want to, because you want to be light and quick. Oh man, it would have been perfect for that. And 150 grivnas, which is like $5. And I thought to myself, you know what? I don't want to buy it today. I'm going to buy it tomorrow, because tomorrow it's going to be like $2 cheaper. I can't believe. And I went back the next day. I can't believe I didn't buy it. I went back the next day, and of course it was gone, like an idiot. But these things pop up pretty regularly. So this is horrible. This was a second-hand bag that you can see why I set up a website to deliver gear to people. Now, when I join the Legion, they're going to give me a real bag, which is why I got this bag secondhand from somebody else in the Legion who was like, yeah, I don't need this bag anymore, and they got rid of it. And it's actually, so here's one of my shitty bags, 2 of them. I've got it attached to the MOLLE. It just looks like a crumpled mess, actually. The zippers work, but the zipper handles are all broken. Half the MOLLE. Look at this. Look at the MOLLE situation there. It's awful. It's literally falling apart. So yeah, that's why I kick myself. I mean, this is not what I would call an assault pack. This would be more like a a 3 days to a week pack. You've got a big bag here. So this is what if I was gonna do a big long ruck, basically, for a 3 days to a week. So there's 1, 2 big zipper pouch things, and then 2 smaller ones, and then it's got a bunch of here's a bunch of Molly on the side right here, and it's just awful. It's literally just falling apart. I mean, I don't even know. It probably wouldn't last. I probably would get to use it one time on the battlefield, and and then I'd come back and be like, somebody get me a new backpack. Yeah. So I just wanted to share with you some of those things, since, like I said, like you said, K-Bell, last time I showed it, my screen was like this small. So we're going to move on, though. I have more things to show, but maybe I will save that for another day, since we started off late. We're going to talk about the tourniquet situation here. So I had this big plan to I have this website to order, where Americans or people from other countries can order things, and they'll be shipped to Ukraine, automatically sent to Ukraine, and that is my plan. So we will get into that. But I'm also thinking about, I think I mentioned maybe last week, one of my friends in the Legion found a coin from the USSR, and I think I have one of those coins right here in front of me. Not the actual coin that he found, but another one. Yeah, here we go. So this is a coin from the USSR. I know my camera is not very good quality, but I've got an entire bag full of USSR coins, and I think that some of these have got to be collector's items. I mean, there we can kind of see that. And you can see kind of right there, it says CCCP. There we go. CCCP. So what I'm thinking to do is put these on the website for sale. Everything else that I have on the website right now, I'm not personally selling to people. In other words, if you buy something on this website, it's going to go to the Legion, to a specific unit. Right now, everything is just going generally to the International Legion for the defense of Ukraine. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what needed to happen. Hi, Rick Sanchez. Wow. Okay, I have 50 members. Dave Hicks. Paul. Wow, there's so many people. Amazing. Wow. Shere Khan, thank you. Holy crap. That's crazy town. This is crazy town, guys. 50. Is this subscribers? Are these I guess wow. Oh, I see. Oh, there's my brother. So these are all subscribers who are now members. Well, I guess now I'm really going to have to start putting together members-only um, members only videos, which I have planned for sure. But with no members, what's the point? Um, let's see. K Bell talked last week um, about the Discord, and I haven't provided a link to the Discord. However, if you are a member and you sign up on Discord, you should, in your membership, in the membership information, that the membership perks, they're called, that you get when you join up, there should be information, directions on how to connect your YouTube account to Discord. As soon as you do that, you'll automatically be invited to join the Why Ukraine server. So I'm not going to go handing out links to the Why Ukraine server. I don't want to do that at all. So basically, everyone in this, and hopefully none of them are Russian trolls, but everyone in this who has a membership, once they connect their Discord to YouTube or to their Google account, they'll automatically be sent an invite. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be handing out a link to the Discord server. If honestly, Shirkan, Kbel, anyone else who's watching, if you feel like that should be the case, if you feel like people should just be able to come into the Discord server and then we'll deal with security settings and membership levels and everything else once they come into the Discord server, then that's fine. That's fine. Maybe we should do it that way. I don't know. I appreciate your opinion on the topic. But wow, holy crap. I just want to make sure that everyone understands that the membership, the money that's paid in there for memberships, is not going to go to me. In other words, it just sits there for the members for the Legion Auxiliary Corps. When that group gets set up, they'll have a little bit of money or a little bit of something. Wow, Shirkan, you have no idea how much that means. Holy crap. I'm like pooping myself right now. I think I need to hit the toilet or something. Like, wow, that was the wrong way to say thank you. Yeah, so these, if I decide to sell these on these are like collector's items. If I decide to sell these on the site, these I will actually mail to people. I will actually send to people, so that I just want to have something on the website that is a physical item that you can buy from Ukraine to say, look, I got this. How many times are you going to get one of these that you can show people and say, hey, I got this from Ukraine? And it'll come with a little thank you card as well. By the same token, I also have, and I want to make it clear that these don't belong to me. None of this belongs to me. The coins that I'm showing you. These belong to my wife's family here in Ukraine. And the reason I'm thinking about this is because, I'm an American, but I'm also technically an internally displaced refugee here in Ukraine. I had a home in Kyiv. I left my home and I'm now I'm in Zakarpattia, but for a large part of this war, we were living with my wife's parents, and they have been amazingly gracious. They've taken care of us. They've helped. I mean, just so I want to do something to give back, to them. Yeah, seriously, Shirkan, it's amazing. Um, so yeah, so I want to do something to give back to, my family, my wife's family, her parents. They are older retired people, and it's shocking how little they live on, how little money. It's just amazing. Um, but check this out. Look at this. It's a 10. I don't even know what this is. It's 10 rubles, 10 kopecks, 10 what? I don't know, but this is all like money from the old. Oh, look. Here's money. Oh, okay, I see. This is money from Ukraine in the 1990s. From 1991. Oh, dude, I didn't even realize it. So this is money that's, completely out of circulation. So this is grivnas, and this is a 50 grivna bill. Probably from at a time when grivnas still meant something. But it's amazing. They really still feel like just this is 1,000 grivnas. And this, by the way, this is a famous sculpture that's in Kyiv of the founders of Kyiv. So it's now I have to remember. There's a guy named Key, and he had two brothers, and then he had a sister named Libet. I have to show you the sculpture now. Yeah, I can't just let that slide. Let's check out the sculpture here. Not grivnas. Oh, okay. Well, what are they called if they're not grivnas? Please do tell. Do tell. Oh, coupons. Coupons? Oh, I can read it. I can see. So, all right, I can read Cyrillic. I can see that says coupon, but I didn't know that's what they were called. Is that a unit of like money, or is this? I'm confused. Is this from the USSR? They're called coupons. Okay. A coupon in America, of course, is when you want to get a discount on your groceries, you cut out a coupon from the newspaper and you get 10 cents off of your eggs or something like that. Nowadays we just have cards for everything, but I'm just gonna Google here Kyiv sculpture, and I've taken a picture of this myself. I know that I have. Okay, yes. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. No. What? Okay, good. Wow, Lenin? They put Lenin? All right. Anyway, this is the actual sculpture right here. So let me find a good version of that. The monument to the founders of Kyiv. Founders of Kyiv. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, Ki, Shek, Kori, and their sister Libid. Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I have some Ukrainians in here. It's really amazing to see when you go to Kyiv, as I hope everyone watching this does, the amount of public sculpture that's available. Here we can open this up. The amount of public sculpture that's available is just really amazing, and it's beautiful sculpture. So unfortunately, in America, our public sculpture is often ugly. It just sucks. You know, it's this modern art crap that just really doesn't look very good. There's so much Ukrainian sculpture in Kyiv that's amazing. I might even do just a whole live stream where I just talk about the amazing art, public art of Ukraine and Kyiv in particular. It's really sad. If any of you have ever watched Bald and Bankrupt, if the Ukrainians in here don't know what Bald and Bankrupt is, it's fine. But he's a YouTuber, big YouTube channel, and some of the first videos that I actually watched about Ukraine when I was researching coming here were Bald and Bankrupt. But he loves to go around and show like the ugliest public art. And that's his big thing. Like that's what he loves to do, is find the ugliest public art in Ukraine or anywhere he goes. And he loves old Soviet murals and old Soviet mosaics. And I mean, some of them are okay, but yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to show the sculpture, the picture that's on this coupon, 1,000 coupons. Am I right? 1,000 coupons. So this is original Ukrainian money. So the sculpture that's on here is of those guys, Ki, Shek, Hori, and Sister Libid. Yeah. Wait, what did you say, Yuck, about Shere Khan? About Bald and Bankrupt? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of comment about it. But what's interesting is the backside of this bill, the backside of this money, is of, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is, oh yeah, right. So the backside of this is Pechursk Lavra, or specifically this is the bell tower of Pechursk Lavra, and then this is like the cathedral. So Pechursk Lavra is a monastery, and I was actually there on Saturday. It's a super old monastery. I don't know if it's the oldest, but like at least 1,000 years old in Ukraine. And I went there. In fact, I made some videos. I made a bunch of shorts. I went crazy making shorts. Let's see if I can bring some up here. My computer is pretty slow, so yeah. Let's go to shorts. I'm gonna go here, and we'll look at the latest. So I took so this tower. So this bell tower, for a long time, was the tallest building in Ukraine and the tallest building in Eastern Europe for like centuries. I've been all the way up to the top. Yeah, I have, and I have pictures and some video of that. But I didn't go all the way up to the top on Sunday, or I mean Saturday. I just I do not disagree with you, but some people also collect Nazi memorabilia too, which I do not, and I hate that crap. But these I understand these are not Soviet. Okay, this money, this paper money here, is from the first days of Ukraine's independence, the first days of Ukraine's freedom. So here you can see Libid, and it says right on there, 1991. That's cool. That's pretty cool. And on the back side, again, there's your Pyotr Sklavra. So that's pretty cool. So it's my intention to put these on the website and sell them, and give that money to my family, to those two little old people who took care of me so well throughout this war. You know, these are amazing collector's items for someone. Yeah, wow. Okay, anyway, enough about that. Thanks for being patient with me talking about that stuff. Let's move on to the important part, which I was hoping that our friend Fire Marble would be here, because he helped make this happen. And the very first tourniquet was officially ordered. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be, and it took longer. The cost, I tried to get the best possible cost. I mean, it was very difficult. Now that I know how to do it, I can repeat this, but I saw prices all over the place for tourniquets, for all the way from as high as like $70, $65 for one tourniquet, all the way down to like $23. I mean, for a tourniquet that I thought was actually real. Obviously, I've seen lower prices, but I think those are mostly fake Chinese tourniquets, and that's a huge, huge problem here. I've seen a number of them myself. So I was unable, so I'll just, here's another, here's the, I scratched out, I covered up my name, blocked out my name and address on here, but so it's supposed to be delivered any time between December 21st and January 8th. So basically, it's going to be a Christmas present. I expect, you know, the deliveries here often come faster than I expect. But then again, we've got that blockade on the border. I wanted to buy this from inside Ukraine. I didn't want to go to Amazon. Speaking of things that are yuck, you know, I don't like using Amazon if I can help it. And I tried and tried and tried. So, but you know, it's more about what works. So the first thing I did was, you know, I just went on and looked at, you know, buy tourniquets in Ukraine, you know, and there's plenty of them. There's lots of them. Look at these things. Tons and tons of them. But here's the, well, first of all, that one, 650 grivnas, that's almost certainly not real. I mean, it might be good, and we just don't know. But I would just be very careful about that. So, and then there's this one here, Rhino Tactical Tourniquet. So this is a locally made tourniquet, and I thought about getting this, but again, I want to, for this first one especially, I want to make sure I'm getting something that is verified. So maybe I'll consider going with these next. I don't know. I need to talk to some people, hear some things, get some reviews, make sure that these are certified, and make sure that they have been used in Ukraine by the military. So the first place that I went was a local. This is paramedic. That's what that says in Cyrillic. So I went here and ordered this tourniquet, and that's when I first announced the order. I was like, I've ordered it. And they were supposed to send me information about payment. What I didn't understand is most companies here in Ukraine, or these, you know, these small sort of ad hoc businesses or volunteer organizations that are doing this business, selling tourniquets and military gear, and I mean almost anything that you buy. The way that we buy things like going on Amazon and you click on something, you put in your credit card number, or your credit card number is just saved in there, and boom, 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 and it's purchased. That's not how it's done in Ukraine. Instead, see, these guys don't have the ability to process credit cards themselves. There are, I should have had this up. There's only one website that allows you to do that within Ukraine, and it's this one right here. This is called Prom, and this is like basically the this is the Amazon of Ukraine. Okay. In fact, I can go here. I can type in tourniquet, and I tried to do this, and it'll show me a bunch of tourniquets that I can buy. Some of them are actual cat tourniquets, probably. Some of them are. So this one is 1,900 grivnas. That's like $60, I think. This one is a locally made tourniquet, Sich, here, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about the quality. But here's the problem. When you go to make a purchase, we'll just do it for this one here. When you go to make a purchase, yeah, all right, purchase, and boom. Come on. I have good internet, by the way. It's like I have 300 megabits to my desktop. Okay, so I'm going to translate this to English so that you guys can see. I think this is really important to show, to help people to understand what's involved in sending things to Ukraine, what I'm trying to do, what I have to do. And I could have done it this way. So see where it says new post. So this is it's like, let's call it like UPS or USPS, okay? Here in Ukraine, they're called Nova Poshta, new post. So so I could have had this delivered to my local post office. Okay, most people don't have items. Like we have Amazon delivers to our doorstep and the stuff is put on the doorstep, and then we hope that nobody's going to steal that. That's not how things work here. Things that you buy online get delivered to Nova Poshta or Ukroposhta. Ukroposhta is the government-run post office. Nova Poshta is a private company. So it gets sent to... Okay, I shouldn't have clicked on that. It gets sent to the Nova Poshta, and you go to Nova Poshta when it arrives. You get a message on your phone. You go to Nova Poshta. You show your ID. They bring out the item, whatever that is, and the first thing you do is open up the box, sitting right there in front of the post office agent. You open up the box, check to make sure that it is what you ordered, and then, and only then, you pay, and you actually pay the post office. The post office is the biggest retailer in Ukraine. That's how people buy things and sell things. All the credit card processing is done through the post office. So now, Prom is the only website. Now, there are websites where you can make purchases, okay, where you can do a regular credit card purchase. But for general goods, in the same way that Amazon covers, diapers, tourniquets, drones, whatever, or like the way AliExpress does, okay, Prom is the only one that does this, okay? Now, here's where I need to enter. I'm going to change it there. Here's where I need to enter my city here, and let's just see if I can. Okay, I don't want to choose the delivery method. I want to go to payment. Secure card payment. Yeah. So let's go. I want to go secure card payment. Maybe I can't. All right. I'm just going to say Kyiv, and I'll just pick one. Great. Okay. So now, if I go here to make a payment, and I say pay securely by card, let's see what it does. Well, it freezes up. All right. What it actually does, unfortunately, is it asks me to type. Oh, thanks. Great, K-Bill. Have a good run. So unfortunately, what it does when I go to make a purchase, it asks me to type my name in Cyrillic letters, in Ukrainian. I have to type my name in Ukrainian to make a credit card purchase. Well, that's fine for my Ukrainian card, but it's not good for my Shopify. So the money that comes in here, this is it's an American-based card. My name is not in Ukrainian. When I try to make a purchase on this website with an American card, it won't do it because it has to verify the name and the card number and the expiration date. So, so this is out. So prom is out. So the only thing I was left with then was Amazon. And the one that I settled on, first of all, I went on Amazon, and actual cat tourniquets are just totally not available. Absolutely out of stock. Unless you want orange ones. Okay? But cat tourniquets, no featured offers available. Unless you wanted to buy 3, and by the way, these are not cat tourniquets. These are tactical medical solutions. So it's not a cat tourniquet. But so I had to buy this one, which it's just as good as the cat tourniquet. It's the TMT, Tactical Mechanical Tourniquet. I even did some research on, is the cat tourniquet and the tactical medical tourniquet the same? And I found out yes. And in fact, the TMT is also used by the U.S. Army and NATO. So, fantastic. So, that's what I ordered. And I'm going to change the picture. So, right now, the picture here, I like this picture because it shows how you use a tourniquet. I've had some people ask about, well, what is a tourniquet? And I like this picture because but unfortunately, it shows a cat tourniquet. And I'm realizing now that I'm not going to be doing that. Now, it may be I'm going to keep on researching other tourniquet companies like this one here that are local and see if I can make purchases. But for the first one, I didn't want to do that. So that's really super important. Ultimately, the reason I'm doing it this way, I could have just ordered through Nova Pošta and had it sent to the local post office here and then paid the money. But that defies the purpose because these are supposed to be essentially gifts, and they're not going to come to me. They're going to go to the International Legion for the Defense of Ukraine or to specific units, and they will go and pick it up at their local, the closest, nearest post office. And so the great thing about that is these post offices, these Nova Poštas and things, they're all over Ukraine. So a unit could be in Donbass, they could be in Kherson, they could be in some tiny little shithole town in Ukraine, and there's gonna be a Nova Pošta somewhere pretty close that they can go and pick this, whatever the item is from. But I don't want to have them have to pay, right? That defies the purpose. So we're going to keep working on this. Like I said, I want it to be automated so that I don't even have to do anything. In other words, you click on buy, and the order gets sent not just to me, but automatically gets sent to the company that makes these tourniquets. Okay, and boom, and there it goes. If I have to change money, if I have to move money from America to Ukraine, like I have to send it to my PayPal, and then somebody's charging money somewhere, and you're losing the effectiveness of your donation. I'm already charging on the website. I'm charging $50 for these tourniquets, not 2,000. It's 50. It's only 2,000 if you buy 40 tourniquets. Okay, I don't know if that's clear on the site. But yeah, it's $50 because I'm not sure how much the shipping is going to be, because like, great, this is on sale right now for $22.99, but is it the prices are all over the place. That's what I'm trying to say here. So eventually I want to have something like this. I don't mean just the drone. Yes, this is a drone from China, but this is a drop ship automation. So in other words, there are suppliers available, and we need something like this for Ukraine. This is connected with, Alibaba, AliExpress. This is the sort of thing we need for, and again, I'm not just talking about drones in general. This is a thing where I can make an agreement with this. Actually, it goes through this cjdropshipping.com company. They have an agreement with this supplier. They have agreements with all the thousands and thousands of Chinese suppliers, to where it's all basically automated. All of the fulfillment of orders is completely automated. So you click on something on this website, it goes through cjdropshipping.com. It orders, for example, this drone from this company. They sell it for $187. I would have like a slight markup to include probably like some shipping and handling cost or something like that, but not very much. And it goes straight to the unit in need. But right now, forget about the fact that you can't just send drones to Ukraine, which is ridiculous. The government is really fucking up with that. Like, last year, I had to have a drone smuggled into the country. Okay, there are drones available here, but I mean, I understand what they're worried about. They're worried about if just anybody has a drone, then maybe Russian agents who are in Ukraine could get a hold of one of these drones. I mean, that's how Ukrainians are sending drones to Moscow and Smolensk and everything. There are Ukrainian agents who have those drones inside of Russia. Some of them are coming from Ukraine, but most of them are being launched from, 2 miles outside of the airport or whatever the target is. They're not long-range drones. But so Ukraine is kind of shooting itself in the foot there with having this blanket prohibition on drones coming into the country that are not designated for a specific unit. But I'm working on that. Because maybe if based on my website, if it is designated for a specific unit, or at least for, a specific, like the commander of the Legion, this is going to Commander Alexei Fedorov of the blah, blah, blah company battalion, and it's on the packaging somewhere, then maybe we could get these drones and you could order drones from China directly in. That's my hope. Now, obviously, $187 drone is not a high enough quality. It's basically like a toy drone. I'm just using this as an example. A real drone. I mean, this might be good enough for just a unit to do like local reconnaissance, but for drones that are going to drop grenades, an end user certificate. Really? Okay, Shirkan. An end user certificate for drones, or just items in general? I'm very interested in that. We need to talk more. We need to talk a lot more, man. For sure. Because that's exactly what the sort of thing, Yeah. Anyway, so we definitely need to talk more about that, for sure. Because I want to get stuff like this sent directly to a unit into Ukraine. So there's websites like this where I can order. But do they ship to Ukraine? Probably not. So I'm, constantly out there looking for, resellers or manufacturers that will ship directly to Ukraine, so I don't have to go through. Yeah. Hey, Alex. Yo. Yo. So that's just kind of where I'm at here. I want to take this step by step and be very careful. Go ahead and please, if you want to make donations, and purchase stuff on this site. Now we know that we can place orders. You can. Yeah, of course. It could. I totally understand why it should be, but there's good and bad. But at least we know this works, and I don't expect any problems with getting a tourniquet here. Most of this stuff, as I've said, I intend to order these items, like these plates. I intend to order these from within Ukraine, not outside of Ukraine. The tourniquet, I thought, well, okay, I can make an exception for a tourniquet. I was just having a discussion with Tony the other night. So like this is the one that, so he is a sniper in the ZSAU, not in the Legion, but this is the scope that they wanted him to buy. So $1,600, and it has thermal capability. So cool. Oh, you ordered a vest. Oh, really? No, I didn't see it, but I will check, and I will let you know. And we need to talk about this. Yeah, it's expensive. It's true. Yeah. So, but this is kind of where I'm headed with this stuff here is, being able to buy all this type of stuff that's, so this is what I want to put on this website, and I want to be able to know, and I want you to know that you can click on, here's an optical site, holographic site. Those are kind of nice. But also I need to be careful about, what's good and what's not. Anyway, so that's kind of, that's just what I'm working on. I have some other things I want to talk to you guys about next week. Not next week. Tomorrow. I'm sorry. Tomorrow. I have an agenda. I really want to talk about this subject, but I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to talk about that. It's a subject that came up talking with Tony about new recruits and people abandoning their posts and getting themselves killed and getting other people killed. So the last thing I'm gonna leave you with today, because I've been doing this for an hour now, is I want you to check out Timothy Snyder.
Ukraine up.
So this is Timothy Snyder on Ukraine the latest. So I'm going to just play this for a few minutes here.
Against Mesopotamia and Egypt as maybe being one of the sources of things.
To Timothy Snyder, but if we can turn the question around, what do you think? What would you say our listeners should go away and look at and listen to? Maybe
I'm better at reading than listening to. Can I do reading? Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. Well, I mean, on these subjects that we've been talking about, there's a cool book about the Amazons by Adrian Mayer, which is not about Ukraine nominally at all, but it is about ancient Scythia and women warriors and like rethinking classical civilization. And it's pretty fascinating. If you want to, going back even further, there's a book by David W. Anthony about it's called The Horse, the Wheel, and something else, which is about ancient pastoralism and about Ukraine. The lands of Ukraine is the source of the Indo-European language, and it's a kind of counter history of the Bronze Age, where you can think of Ukraine up against Mesopotamia and Egypt as maybe being one of the sources of what European civilization actually is. In terms of recent histories, I think Plochy, Serhiy Yakelchik, those guys have been doing a great job. I think it's hard to do better than if you're reading contemporary stuff. It's hard to do better than Lawrence Friedman's Substack page or anything that Lawrence Friedman has written. Yeah, I mean, I'm currently obsessed with the classical world in Ukraine. So I've been reading Euripides and Aeschylus, and like realizing that all these things that I've known since childhood in my own Western Civ education, a lot of it territorially actually happened in Ukraine. And that's where my head is at the moment. I'm not sure how interesting that will be for other people, but this realization that this territorial space, this is something which I think of in general about my whole career. And the whole argument I'm trying to make is that the thing about Ukraine is not that it's atypical, it's that it's hypertypical. Like so many things which happen in the history of Europe and the world happened more in Ukraine. Because they happened more, it's too dark or too intense or somehow too hard to see, the point I try to make directly in Black Earth and Bloodlands was something like that. So yeah, I mean, that was a little bit scattershot, but
so this is the point I'm making here with letting you listen to all that, and that it's so cool to me to hear that he's thinking about the same thing that I'm thinking about. So as someone who has studied history, and that I've been studying like late classical or late antiquity, that's my and early Middle Ages, that's like my historical time period that I'm really into as an amateur historian of 30 years. And coming to Ukraine made me realize that so much of this history that I've been really super interested in, like the history of the Goths that I rambled about, or I think he mentioned David Anthony and his. I'm going to talk about this, where basically Indo-European languages. So that means French, Spanish, the Hindic languages of the northern part of the Indian subcontinent, Iranian, Irish, just all of these languages. They all ultimately come from Ukraine. So this is something I'm going to talk about. There's a lot of genetic evidence about it now. That's a new thing. There was linguistic evidence before, but it wasn't really proven until now. It's very, very interesting. Alex, you said EOTech. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm going to look that up right now. EOTech optics company. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. I have seen these. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to give you guys an idea of the direction that we're going here. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about some things that have been happening on the battlefield that I've personally heard about, that I feel the need to speak to, and I know I'm just a guy sitting at a computer, but there's a reason that I want to join the Ukrainian army, because, well, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But, there are some things that the Ukrainian army can be doing right now that could make a massive difference. And I'm not even sure if I should talk about it, because it's my area of expertise and I don't want the Russians to know. But nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it on the battlefield that I know of. And anyway, maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. Maybe not. Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. All 7 of you. Oh, wait. Oh, do we just have 5 today? No, 7. The magnificent 7 once again. So thank you everyone who came, and thank you so much to K-Bell, and more than anything else, I want to thank Shirkan for providing 50 memberships. You can't even begin to imagine how big of a difference you just made. And I know he's gone, but I'm gonna thank him multiple times again. So, дякую, and do побачення, and slava.